Port Charles is currently a hotbed of emotional turmoil and suspense, with several key storylines reaching critical points. Viewers are on the edge of their seats as Sasha says a difficult goodbye. Carly and Anna delve into the suspicious circumstances surrounding Joss's new romance, and Willow's complex relationships with Michael, Nina, and Drew take a dark turn. Sasha's bittersweet farewell. After a tumultuous period in her life, Sasha has made the difficult decision to leave Port Charles with her daughter, Daisy. The move is not one of defeat, but of hope and a desire for a fresh start away from the constant reminders of her past trauma. Her departure is a poignant moment, shared with Jason, who has been a pillar of support for her. As they stand outside, Sasha confesses that she is no longer terrified. Leaving Port Charles, she believes, is the best thing for her and Daisy. Jason, ever the steadfast friend, offers words of encouragement. He tells her this is an opportunity to spend time with her parents and to experience what it means to have a family, reassuring her that she is a fantastic mother. He also makes it clear that she will always have a home to return to and a number to call if she ever needs anything. The weight of this finality is palpable. For Sasha, it feels as though her safety net is being taken away, and she is overcome with emotion. In a tender moment, she kisses his cheek twice, once for Daisy and once for herself. Sasha also shares a heartfelt goodbye with Robert, expressing her gratitude for everything and her happiness at finally having a father figure in her life. The scene is interrupted when Daisy starts crying, and Sasha goes to comfort her, a simple act that underscores her devotion as a mother. This departure marks the end of a significant chapter for Sasha, but it also opens the door to a future where she can finally find peace and build a stable life for her daughter. Carly and Anna's investigation. Meanwhile, a new mystery is unfolding as Anna becomes increasingly concerned about her granddaughter Joss's new boyfriend. While apologizing for being a nosy grandma, Anna questions Carly about the young man, a line of inquiry that immediately piques Carly's interest. Carly reveals that she wouldn't exactly call him Joss's boyfriend, suggesting that their relationship is still in its early stages. Anna's concern is not unfounded. She recounts a recent outing with her own granddaughter, Emma, and her new beau, Vaughn. Anna had hoped to get a feel for the young man, but the evening took an unexpected turn when Joss arrived and asserted her claim to Vaughn. The two then left together for a romantic reunion. Carly is hopeful that Emma wasn't upset, noting that her daughter has always been straightforward. Anna confirms this, adding that Emma didn't even seem particularly interested in Vaughn to begin with. It appears that for Joss, the real prize was taking him away from Emma. This is the first man Joss has shown interest in since Dex's presumed death, and Carly admits she hasn't been monitoring her daughter's dating life. However, Anna believes that Joss is searching for another outlet for her grief and obsession, and Vaughn has become the new focus. For months, Joss was consumed with proving that Cyrus killed Dex. Carly, unaware of this, believes that Joss has let the matter go, especially since Cyrus is now presumed dead. She describes Joss's return from a trip to Easter Island as a switch-flipping, noting that her daughter has since thrown herself into a physics course and even landed a job with Dalton. Anna, however, is not convinced. She believes that the timing of Joss's relationship with Vaughn, starting right as her obsession with Cyrus seemed to wane, is too coincidental. She inquires if Carly is aware of anything her daughter might be hiding. According to Anna, she isn't. Carly, for her part, seems unconcerned, stating that she doesn't mind if Vaughn helps Joss live her life and distracts her from her loss. While she appreciates Anna's heads-up, Carly is adamant that Joss is her own person and will have to make her own mistakes. The unraveling of Willow. Perhaps the most dramatic and unsettling storyline currently gripping Port Charles is the transformation of Willow. Once a beacon of kindness and selflessness, Willow has become a cold and calculating individual, a change that has not gone unnoticed by those closest to her. Albrecht is the first to voice her concerns, informing Nina that her daughter's life is obviously disintegrating without her. The comment comes as Willow enters Crimson's office, where Albrecht and Nina are talking. The tension is thick as Willow, with a saccharine smile, asks if she can join them. Nina, ever hopeful for a reconciliation, is quick to welcome her, but Albrecht's skepticism is palpable. Willow's behavior has become increasingly erratic. She is struggling with having lost custody of her children and is aware of the dissolution of her marriage. When she greets Aunt Liesel, Nina maintains that she didn't say anything to her. It's clear that Albrecht has been monitoring her family from afar and is deeply troubled by what she's observed. She points out that Michael is not the man her aunt remembers, a statement Willow confirms, adding that he has become harsh and vengeful. Albrecht reminds Willow of how supportive Michael was during her battle with leukemia, a time when her chances of survival were slim. Willow acknowledges this, but is quick to point out that her true heroes and lifesavers were Liesel and Drew. It is her growing appreciation for Drew's kindness and assistance that has become a major point of contention in her marriage. Michael, she claims, is punishing her because they fell in love. Albrecht, never one to mince words, notes that it might have been wise to avoid dallying with Drew while her husband was receiving life-saving medical care in Germany. Willow's response is telling. She argues that Michael was also unfaithful, and they were merely trying to provide a stable home for their children. The fallout from their respective infidelities has been disproportionate. Willow now has no children, while Michael has 3, a discrepancy she attributes to the judge holding her to a different standard. Nina, desperate to mend fences, is saddened to inform her daughter that this is no longer the case. Sasha and Daisy have left Port Charles, a decision made out of concern that Sunny's adversaries are using Sasha as a means of communication. The news that Michael did not accompany her and take their kids with them brings a flicker of happiness to Willow's face. Her question, "Why did Sasha leave?" is laced with a chilling curiosity. The conversation is a turning point. Willow's smile as she learns of Sasha's departure and her subsequent embrace of Nina, thanking her for being a comfort, is a masterclass in manipulation. She then asks to see more of Aunt Liesel and picks up the wedding binder Maxie left behind, a seemingly innocent act that Albrecht sees for what it is, a performance. As Willow leaves, Albrecht's words to Nina are stark and filled with dread. "There is something very wrong with your daughter." She points to Willow's devilishly happy expression upon learning of Sasha and Michael's separation and the fact that she is not the same person she was before her illness. Albrecht declares that Willow's actions and behavior are unacceptable and demands that Nina sever her relationship with Drew, whose influence she blames for Willow's downward spiral. Albrecht is convinced that there is more to Willow's transformation than meets the eye. She recognizes a darkness in Willow, a flicker of malice, behind her eyes that reminds her of the evil she once fought to destroy. To Albrecht, Willow is wearing a mask, much like Faison and even Britt once did. It is not the leukemia or grief that has changed Willow, but something more sinister, a poison that has seeped into her soul. The realization that Willow's newfound piety and her healing seminar at the hospital are just a facade is a chilling one. Albrecht fears that the devil has taken root in Willow, and Port Charles is completely unaware of the danger. The return of a ghost. Adding another layer of intrigue to the unfolding drama is the shocking reappearance of a long-presumed dead character. At the Paris airport, Jason, waiting for his flight, observes a woman who bears a striking resemblance to Britt Westbourne. The woman is on a flight to Croatia, and Jason, whose instincts are rarely wrong, is immediately on high alert. He knows that in Port Charles, the dead don't always stay that way. The sighting is enough to make Jason question everything. He had seen a spark between himself and Britt before her death, and now the possibility that she might be alive sends his mind reeling. He immediately contacts Spinelli, instructing him to track the flight and get the names of everyone on board, as well as who booked the ticket for the woman who looks like Britt. Jason's suspicion is further fueled by another unexpected encounter. While at the airport, he spots Nicholas Cassadine, who is also thought to be dead, calmly boarding a flight to Berlin. The timing is too perfect to be a coincidence. Jason knows that Berlin is a known hub for the WSB and rogue elements still loyal to the Cassadine agenda. He is certain that Nicholas's reappearance is connected to the other strange events unfolding in Port Charles. The look on Nicholas's face when their eyes meet confirms Jason's suspicions. It's not fear or anger, but a smug, controlled smirk, as if he knows something Jason doesn't. Jason's attempt to intercept him is thwarted by security, and Nicholas disappears onto the plane. The flight takes off, leaving Jason with more questions than answers. He is convinced that all of these events, Willow's transformation, Liesel's paranoia, the pressure on Sasha, and now Nicholas's return, are all connected. It's not a coincidence, it's a signal. The intricate web of secrets and lies in Port Charles is becoming more tangled by the day. With Sasha gone, a new threat emerging in the form of a changed Willow, and the shocking return of not one but potentially two deceased characters, the residents of Port Charles are on a collision course with a storm of epic proportions. The question on everyone's mind is not if, but when, the truth will finally be revealed, and what the fallout will be for everyone involved. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.